stop, I'm crying. What the hell? Ah!
Never been more shocked.
I made my weekends. It's like my parents getting engaged. Okay, that doesn't make sense. But you know what I mean? Like, grew up with them. Oh. We're gonna do a big reset. Big reset. Spring cleaning day. I'm gonna clean out my cupboards. Reorganize things. I'm feeling in that spring clean vibe also because I switched around some things in my apartment, and it kind of brought up some parts where I have just been putting things into boxes, things into cupboards, and not being properly organized. So it's going to be a bit tedious, but I'm going to go through all my cupboards. I'm sentimental. I hate throwing things away, but we can't be hoarders. Always get asked questions about my bed sheets. They're from Tekla. I have used Tekla sheets since like for the past five or so years. So soft, such great quality. Like the ones that I had from Dublin are still perfect, and I used them for years. But I love this color. In my apartment, my college best friend got engaged. My big news of the weekend is that I bought a Dyson, and it's kind of changed my life. We are living two different lives, Kath. I love you. I love you.
En Thaïlande?
Oui, avec
Non,
la
j'ai
piscine.
pas regardé. J'ai pas regardé. Je suis souvent en retard, sauf pour le travail.
Oui.
Mais avant, j'étais un peu plus en retard pour le travail. Écriture. Réécriture.
Ok. Donc on peut utiliser le RE
Oui.
avant des mots.
Du coup, parfois, là, je vais prendre mon ordinateur pour retravailler ici.
Ça c'est une bonne chose. Aussi parce que vous avez un doigt.
Oui, un cadre.
Un cadre pas votre maison.
Oui.
Parce que tu vas aux maisons.
Oui.
À maison?
Chez soi.
Tu vas
à
chez
la
soi.
maison.
4 p.m. and I'm only talking to camera now. I really wanted to vlog more over the next few days, but today wasn't off to a great start. I've been out of the house since like 7 a.m. Went to the gym this morning and then I went straight to French class. I really like my teacher. She was super sweet and it was a great way to start the day. And then I cycled to a little petit déj breakfast with Glossier, which is so cool because when I was living in New York for college, I would go to this store in Soho and just be so excited and take photos in the mirror and spend ages trying out all the products. So to be able to go to one of their events here in Paris feels pretty full circle. And I think it was last year I did one of the YouTube videos for them, like the morning get ready with me's, which was kind of like a teenagehood milestone because I grew up watching those. After I went to this bookstore called Librairie des Saint-Pères in Saint-Germain, and they publish basically the original manuscripts of different books into this gorgeous, like larger books that you can put on a coffee table. And they have Alice in Wonderland, a lot of English writers like Virginia Woolf, Miss Dalloway, George Orwell, 1984, and then also French writers too. The one I wanted, Great Gatsby, is all sold out, which is very sad because I think they only do 1,000 editions. But I think I might go back and pick up the Fleur de Mal because it had these drawings by Rodin in it as well, which was really gorgeous. And you know, it's kind of like an ode to Paris too. Look how gorgeous Paris looks right now. That's crazy. I would go sit in the park agree, but I should cycle. I would go sit in the park. The energy is amazing. I just went to Pat. Everything was beautiful. It made me feel really warm. And I don't think I can cycle with one hand anymore. Ça me fait heureuse. Non.
Hérissé.
Hérissé.
Oui. Tu dis pas le
Ah.
H. Hérissé.
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 Ah, c'est avec le R aussi.
Hérissé.
Hérissé. C'est une chose qui on mange dans le matin.
Le matin.
Le matin.
Ouais.
Pour le petit déj. Et c'est très mignon. Normalement, c'est pour les enfants.
Un yaourt? Non.
Non, c'est blanc et jaune.
Ah, des œufs.
Oui.
Oui.
Et c'est des œufs normalement pour des enfants. C'est un moyen de...
Oh oui, un œuf à la coque.
Oui.
Oh, c'est trop mignon
Oui,
ça.
oui, c'est mignon,
Oui.
non? I actually have been wearing this jumper for like 5 days straight. So please ignore. Go home from class. It went really well today. We just had some good conversations. We played this game. It exists in English. What's called Taboo. You have a word and then there's a list of words that you cannot use and you have to describe what the word is and the other person has to guess. So we were doing it in French and it's actually a really good game for vocabulary because you have to find other ways of explaining things and, you know, forming sentences, all of that. I'm really tired. I'm always tired after class because it's the brain is working. The brain's not working right now. But before the sun goes down, I thought I would show you the tiny updates I made to the apartment. Last weekend, I got this gorgeous block of wood, solid I think it's oak, and I bought it off Le Bon Coin because, okay, I've been looking for this kind of pedestal for a while, and there are options on like Zara and H&M Home, but they're obviously not solid wood. And when I found places that did do solid wood, it was usually about 500 euros, but then the shipping was also 500 euros because it's heavy and difficult. Thankfully, I found a carpenter, woodworker on Le Bon Coin, and they had one pretty much perfect for the measurements. I do want to stain it a bit darker because I also want to stain my bed. That is going to be for the summertime because we're going to have to have the windows open and let it dry. So kind of imagine this like dark brown. Temporarily has some flowers on top. They are dying. Maybe I'll buy some new ones tomorrow. Oh, they're really dying. Not super major, but I restyled the books, which basically just means turning the spines away so it gives a more cohesive look. And I know people find that annoying, but it's what it is. If I need to figure out the book, I'll look at the book, you know? And also fix it over here. My favorite books are kind of turned over, and the ones like that I want to read. But I try to pick the more neutral, softer colored spines. We have Overflow down here. Currently reading this book by this French author, Edward Louis, called Change. And maybe someday I'll be able to read it in the non-translated version. Okay, switching sides, I moved the Bellini pieces over here. And I just love how it opened up this space and kind of made it feel more like a living room. And also whenever I'm sitting, I can like look out the window and I'm not looking at the bed. There is a bunch of masking tape because I've been looking at coffee tables, just working out the right dimensions. Lamp still to arrive, but in the meantime, I just have a stack of books. These are my bigger art ones, magazines. This is some spare boxes and parcels that I need to open. I have this stool here at the moment with more books on top. But yeah, I really like having the sofa pieces here, and I think getting another chair, not in the same style, maybe I'll find a different vintage, a different material, maybe something a bit heavier, like more solid. Got rid of the bar cart, which is over here, and I'm probably gonna sell it. Ignore parcels, ignore the Dyson. Oh my gosh, though, little interlude. I bought myself a Dyson. I was kind of going through it. Vacuum cleaner wasn't working efficiently, and I had I had changed the filter, everything. I just bit the bullet. I should have done it at the beginning. I bought a Dyson, and life has just gotten so much better. I vacuum every single day. It's so fun. It's so efficient. Absolutely not sponsored, but I wish I was. So Dyson, if you're watching this, you are amazing and you have a lifelong fan from me. But it's just lingering. I think I might be able to put it up on the wall, but I don't know if that's gonna be cute, no offense. We'll figure it out. Clothes and stuff for donations. I'm gonna bring that tomorrow when the store opens. I am not sure whether to do some shelves, like steel maybe. There's some really nice ones from Frama, but I don't know whether it's gonna make it feel too busy. And I know that sounds silly because nothing is going on the wall, but the joy of this apartment is that it feels really open and it feels really big for a studio because of the high ceilings. Will the shelves make it feel a little bit claustrophobic? Otherwise, I'll probably get like a low bench of sorts to also put some trinkets. I can put like my keys and stuff whenever I come in. I was kind of worried by putting the chairs here that it would sort of block off the apartment whenever you first come in, but because they're low and they're such a beautiful shape, I think it really gives them the right attention. Like you come in, you're like, whoa, those chairs are so beautiful. Like they deserve a moment. I feel like when they were up against the wall, you didn't get to see the beautiful curves and shapes of them. We will hopefully find a coffee table soon because I want this place to feel like home soon. To be fair, all these differences, tiny changes I did, I woke up today and I was like, oh wow, I love this space. Like I'm so lucky, and I'm just really making it work for me, and that makes me so happy. haven't been doing as many journal prompts this year. I don't know, whenever I write, I feel like it's more of a emotional outlet, kind of just brain dump of how I'm feeling and doing. But you know, sometimes it's good to take your own advice and your own recommendations. Okay, we're getting cozy, but I used to do a lot of these weekly, monthly reflections in this format. They're really good not only for keeping track. I feel like sometimes you forget about how many beautiful things happened to you that week because maybe one bad day overshadowed everything, but it's also good for holding yourself accountable and checking in and just seeing the progress that you're making each week or month, even if it's just in small increments. It kind of reminds me of strength training. Each week, or maybe more so month, you switch up the weight that you're using, you increase the reps, and almost before you know it, you're lifting something that you would have previously struggled with. That kind of constant, gradual growth that you have to put in weekly, daily, I feel like I really need to do it more so for my mind. Journaling always helps to just keep track of the things that are helping and making you feel good and bringing you towards the person that you want to be. This video is a little bit backwards because I'm reflecting now on some of the things that happened at the start of the month, mainly because it was fashion week and I know not everyone loves the fashion content, so I wanted to put it towards the end. And I also just wanted to do like a more sit down reflection. Little side note though, I did make some shorter vlogs on TikTok during fashion week, and even though that was fun, I really don't think it's my format. I don't know why I feel so differently about myself in the vertical and the horizontal video. I love this, and I hope you guys do. I think I film differently whenever it's for YouTube versus other things, so yeah. Anyway, highs. It did really make me reflect on how proud I am of myself for how I've grown this year. I think some of it is external, but a lot of it does feel internal, because this time last year I had done my first fashion week season, so where I went to multiple shows like Dior, Saint Laurent, Louis Vuitton, like insane things, and to see how differently I was able to work and how I was able to prioritize, figure out that, okay, this is more important than like socializing at this moment, or I might need help, so I will hire and delegate instead of flailing and then getting overwhelmed on my own. I feel like I've really, really grown up this year, and that might just be my frontal lobe developing. I don't know. I feel very different in a good way to the girl who first moved to Paris. And I'm really proud of like what I've been able to do. Back to our highs. I went to Milan with Gucci, which was so special, and it really means a lot whenever a brand likes you enough to pay for your travel and your transport. And it was also such a special collection to see because it was presented by the studio, since the past creative director had left at that point. And just a very special time to be in Milan. I spent a lot of my time on my own, but seeing the Duomo, I took myself on like a midnight walk, and it just felt so freeing and just beautiful to, you know, walk around the city on my own at midnight. Fashion week has begun. It's not Monday, it's Tuesday. First show. Say dear. We're trying to take some vibey shots. Arthur's got a good eye there.
Très bien. Je vais zoomer un petit peu. Très beau ça. Ah, c'est beau ça, c'est hyper beau.
Your face.
Their grandma be like, you're super pretty. So they say like, she pretty, right? Oh, she pretty. They're so cute. Approved by French grandmas.
I did have the honor of going to Dior and Hermes, which feels so special when you've like built up a relationship with a brand and you see familiar faces at the shows. And I don't talk too much about the practicalities or, you know, working in social media. I don't know if that's something that's interesting for you at all. If it is, let me know. I worked with 3 brands for the first time for Paris Fashion Week. 3 like dream brands: Chloe, Miu Miu, and Chanel. It was all my first time attending their shows. So I have some footage from that. Good evening. I'm gonna put on a mask. I had a Harper one. I like it because it's like, I should put this in the fridge. I feel like this would be amazing cold. Today I just had meetings, which was nice, but that still requires social battery to be on. As an introvert, that can be difficult. And the first one I did mostly all in French, which I was really proud of. But I'm sure if any of you guys are learning another language, it really tires your brain out to be trying to think and speak in another language. We're getting there. But tomorrow I have the Chloe show. It's my first ever Chloe show. And I really love their vibe. I love what Shemina is doing. It's a part of my style that I don't think I express a lot, but I definitely identify with. So it's really cool to be able to go to one of their shows and be dressed. I have the window open, so there's like background noise. But this evening I was meant to be at a cocktail and I didn't need to go. I was in no mood to make myself look presentable. I can't continuously slay. There are girls who like continuously look good and continuously slay. It's not me. It's not me. I need like time to marinate. Otherwise I just look like crusty. It's true though. It really is. I feel like if I don't have like breaks where I exit out of social occasions, then I'm just crusty and no one wants to be around a crusty person. So I'm gonna have a night in. I'm gonna watch Great British Bake Off. Yes, still rewatching because it is my safe space. I'm hoping I wake up with the perfect Chloe bedhead. I mean, we're playing with fire there. But I'm just gonna let it air dry and then I'm gonna go to sleep and I'm going to pray to the hair gods that it does something good. Because when I was in my fitting, they really liked my hair that day, but it was like 3 days old, like crusty, but it kind of, I guess, had some texture, so I'm hoping that's gonna happen. If not, I can like do some waves a little bit. I thought I'd just give you a little update because the hair gods kind of slay. I'm gonna touch it up a little bit. That's some good bedhead. That's not bad. Get ready station. Made myself a little coffee. The show is like 45 minutes away by car and by metro, and I'm just trying to figure out which one would be better. Metro will always take like what it says. There might be traffic. I feel like there's usually traffic during Fashion Week, but it would be more comfortable to be in a car. I'm trying this essence from Chanel. They sent it to me, very fancy. I feel like trying new products in this context might not be the best thing. It's already on my face. What's the girl gonna do? Wow, this consistency is gorgeous. Feeling better. I also iced my face this morning. It was a bit puffy because I'd been crying yesterday. Is what it is. Is what it is. Vendredi.
Ouais.
Just got back from shooting with Arthur and Angel, but not to like toot my own horn. I don't know, my hair has never looked better. This bed head. I prayed to the hair gods and they worked some miracles. I ordered a little like acai green bowl smoothie because I'm starving and I want to eat properly. You guys don't understand how much the sun is energizing me. Like, it's beautiful outside. I have a mass presentation. I'm working with them on something, so I'm gonna pass by. And then this evening, I have an Hermes cocktail. Hermes Beauty. So I'm excited. This is my girl. This is Sasha. Look at her. Stun, stun, stun. Happy girls. I think we have full moon, so I'm praying I sleep. I'm praying I wake up feeling radiant and gorgeous and excited. I've been so obsessed with Tate McRae's new album. Like, I have a bad habit of only listening to sad music, and my mental state can't really take that right now, so I've had to branch out, and luckily Tate McRae came out with an absolute banger of an album. Feeling blessed. Thank you, babes. Ah! It's Chanel day. I got ready so quickly. This is the fit. The jeans are low. We'll have to... The top is off. Oh my god. It's 8 AM. I think I did a good job with makeup.
C'était comment?
Oui, c'est vraiment beau. Belle?
T'es contente? Très beau.
Oui,
Beau.
vraiment content.
Trop bien.
C'est trop cool. J'ai beaucoup de choses pour...
Bye bye Chanel.
Finished now. I got changed. This isn't a great representation of my look. But it's so nice to be cozy. Okay. Bye. This is kind of a low, but also kind of links to that high of, you know, feeling like I'm growing. It also feels sometimes really difficult because it feels like I'm doing things for the first time. As you grow up, your perspective and your priorities shift, and so you approach things like relationships or work or opportunities, you approach them really differently. And so sometimes it feels like you're doing something for the first time, even though it's an experience that you've already had. And it can be quite easy to get frustrated with yourself if it feels like you're not doing it properly or you've missed something. I'd love to hear your thoughts if your mid-20s was like a real point where things felt different for you, or you're feeling that kind of shift inside. This is all I needed post Fashion Week. This setup. Challengers is on the projector. I've never seen it. I'm very excited. Just got a notification that my delivery driver has picked up my pizza. Life is so good. Simple pleasures. I'm in my robe. I'm all clean. From Tekla, by the way. I love their robes. I love like a toweling fabric robe. I don't know why. Like post shower, it feels like cleaner. Want to do a face mask. However, I think that's going to be an after pizza activity. She's so gorgeous. Other highs as we are turning into a new season. It is officially spring. Like the sun has been consistently out and blue skies in Paris, which is crazy and beautiful. Does weirdly make me nostalgic for winter, which that does not feel like a Moya thing to say at all, but I don't know, sometimes there's like pressure when the weather is so good to be like outside doing things, and I feel like I want to be locked inside, you know, locked in. This place is starting to feel like home, and that makes me really happy. Even this city, it feels good. French classes have been going really well. I'm really proud of myself for sticking with it, and also I've been doing one-on-one classes to kind of speed things up a bit. Even though the group classes were good, I felt like, well, I'm not even going to be nice about it. There was just one guy who would just talk and talk and talk and talk. And so I was like, look, I'm literally paying to hear an American man talk about himself. I don't need to do that. It's nice to be able to structure things around what you're interested in, and so at least then the vocabulary becomes stuff that you're going to use more on like a daily basis and things. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm really looking forward to this season, and I hope it's going to be a beautiful one for you, and a lot of your goals and ambitions will come into fruition because we've been putting in the work. You can catch me also on Instagram at Moya. I try to post a little bit more often there than I do on YouTube. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching.